Good morning, it's Curt here, and I got a question for you. Can people tell when you're lying? Now, let's be honest, we all lie. You know who could always tell when I'm lying? My mom. And I just never lied to her because the second it would start coming out of my mouth, she would pretty much whack me across the face. I mean, she could just tell when I was lying. And what I've decided is lots of people lie. And they lie because they don't want to say things like, I don't know. I used to play this little game when I was traveling all the time. I'd ask people directions to a place I knew didn't exist. And the amount of times that people said, I don't know, I've never heard of that, it's very minimal. Most of the time you get people go, well, you gotta go down to Redondo and get on the I-149 and you take a left, that's right down there by there. And they'll give you a whole series of directions that's a total lie. And after a while, once you start realizing this, you stop trusting people. You're like, everyone's making it up. Everyone is saying, I don't want to tell you I don't know, so I'm going to tell you a lie. This is why Jesus had a favorite phrase. In John, we see it more than any other place. I think it's over 20 times he says this in John. He says, verily, verily. Or in some versions, truly, truly. Or in some versions, he says, I say to you the truth. And you know what that word is? That Greek word that's interpreted that truly, truly, verily, verily, I say to you the truth. You know what that word is? It's the word amen. You can see it in John chapter 3. Usually I read a whole verse, but I just want to look at that one word amen in John chapter 3. Now we use amen at the end of a sentence. And when you use it at the end of a sentence, it means I agree with that. But Jesus used it at the beginning of a sentence. When he said, amen at the beginning of a sentence, what he said was, this is not the normal lies you hear. Or another way to say, the translation should be, I know this to be true because I've experienced it. In John chapter 3, Jesus pulls out amen several times. It's like he's saying, pay attention. This is true. Pay attention. This is way truer than what you normally get. Well, what does he want us to pay attention to? You got to read John chapter 3 to find out. But in it, there's two concepts, the most important concepts ever been spoken about. And it takes some humility to hear them because they're so true, they're hard to hear. What are they? Well, you go read John chapter 3 right now and then come to church this weekend and bring a friend because that's what we're going to be talking at Bayside on every campus. John chapter 3, the verily, verily of Jesus.